So obviously with October coming around very soon, there was talk about the budget for this year. Now obviously they're in power now. They don't give a shit about people who can't pay the bills and stuff. The last year was the giveaway budget, pretty much bribing people to vote for Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael. A lot of people didn't take the bait, but some people did. But hopefully they've seen now, because there's no such thing as helping out people now. Everybody's just going to be left to rot pretty much if they can't afford to pay the bills. But there's a lot of talk about job seekers allowance. Now there's about 40 something thousand or something in the state that they want job seekers allowance, and some people, there's some people that are on it. I know personally that are in the near enough retirement age, who are elderly people, who have disabilities and they can't get onto disabilities, and the near retirement age and stuff. So probably a few thousand you can get for that. But a lot of people should be walking. Anybody who can walk should be walking. But at the same time too, I would suggest too that we make walk profitable for people, because a lot of people going to walk, like say for example I'm walking now. I walk 40 hours a week. I always have walked for the last few years, but what I'm trying to say is I go to walk, I get $4.50 a week. What I'm trying to say, that's less. Usually a young person that all gets $5.50 a week. On average, my person my age, I'm only getting $4.50 to go out and walk a 40-hour week. A lot of people wouldn't get out of bed for that. Take for example job seekers is something like 200 and something euro a week, or something like, depending on your age and your circumstances. So why would a person get up out of bed for €200 a week to go and walk a 40-hour week to get an extra €200 or something like that? That's what I'm trying to say. And a lot of people, young people are taking like that, because they're saying, why would I go and bust my arse for the government to pay my tax and the taxes to be fucked off to some other place for nothing? So we had to make work profitable for people that want to work. There's loads of jobs. They're right in saying, Fine Gael are right in saying there's loads of jobs. But these are jobs that people are given little to nothing for working for a few hours. Take what's happening in restaurants to get barely the minimum wage in some cases. And a lot of Irish people are sick and tired of working for nothing and getting little to nothing, because again, people have bills to pay. But at the same time too, I agree with Fine Gael on this, that they shouldn't be given an increase in job seekers. What it is at the moment is good enough. They shouldn't be given it any more. That's what I take at the moment. They shouldn't be given any more. What it is at the moment, keep it at that. Because you don't want to make it unprofitable. What I'm trying to say is to encourage people to work, what I'm trying to say, and so people would get more working than they would in the dole. And it doesn't make sense why you would give loads of money to people in the dole. So also too, they're talking about they're talking about increasing child benefit pretty much for 3 children or more. Now, first of all, there was a study done a few years ago, back in 2019. It's a good while ago. That's been one done since. But the majority of young Irish people who have children, young like Irish people, they only have about maybe 2 children. 2. And so a lot of cases nowadays there's only 1 child. So the majority of people who have 3 children are people coming from other countries, from Afghanistan, from other countries. Take for example, there's a man who was in the media recently. He has 4 children. He's from Afghanistan. He's an asylum seeker. So he would benefit from this. So what I'm trying to say, it would be Irish people. In some cases it would be Irish people, but in a lot of cases it won't be Irish people that's benefiting from this. If they do go ahead with it, there'll be more people from other countries that are not entitled, shouldn't be entitled to it, to be totally, I'd say, coming here and getting it. They shouldn't be entitled to it. The only people who should be entitled to is Irish people. But do they care? No. But yeah, just going back to this for a second, just want to touch on that. Because it does show, the study, that a lot of Irish people don't, like a lot of women only having 1 child, 2 children. They're not having, it's very rare nowadays to see an Irish person have 2 or 3 children, like 3 children, 4 children. In some cases 6 children. Take for example, going just on this last point to make, in the 60s and the 70s, a lot of Irish women were having nearly 5 children on average, nearly 4 children on average. Like big families, huge families. Nowadays the days of that are long gone, obviously due to expenses and other reasons too. And a lot of people have their own lives and stuff, but people from other countries can come in and it makes sense. But yeah, so Fianna Gael, so Fianna Fáil, just going back to this, Fianna Fáil want to bring this in, they want people there. But just saying about getting up early in the morning, I just mentioned that too, that I do think the pension, of course, the pension should go up, and people on disabilities, the payment and that should go up, if at least by €5, €10 a week. Because people with pensioners worked all their life. They serve with an extra few bob. The same with people with disabilities. It's not their fault. A lot of them would love to go out and work. I know a man, he has severe special needs. Now, in fairness to the man, there's a fellow down the road, he runs a shop. He's given him a few hours a week. It's not much. It's only about 5 hours a week. But just to get him out of the house, to feel like he's doing something, contributing something. And now, obviously, this young lad has severe disabilities, but it's good of the man to give him 5 hours a week. But he's still getting his 5 hour pay. for that job he does. If he's only an hour a day or something like that. But take for example, he's getting his disabilities along with that, which is good because again, it's getting him out of the house pretty much to make him feel like he's doing something, and it's a good thing. And it's great to see the young lad doing it because he's so delighted being out and able to do something. Because the majority of his life he had to have when he was in school, and take for example, he had a carer with him all the time to help him. So pretty much he never was able to get his own independence. So he loves having these few hours. Even if it's just stacking a few shelves, he loves doing it. So it's good to see that. But what I'm trying to say, he should probably be entitled to a few bob too at the end of the week, a few bob extra. Because again, it's not his fault. He didn't ask to be extreme loan and disabilities. He didn't ask for it to be born like that. What I'm trying to say. So it's not his fault, and I do think we should be helping them out as much as we can. Because again, it's difficult. It's not easy. I know for somebody who's been dyslexic, I'm not obviously disabilities like that, but it's difficult to be different. It is difficult to be different and not to be able to do what other people are doing. And to be held back a bit. But I do agree with this Fine Gael fellow, would you believe, agree with Fine Gael, but I don't think we should increase it, the job seekers allowance. At least for this year. We can wait until maybe next year we have a look at it again, because there's simply far too many, 42,000. Now, as I say, a lot of them are, I think the age bracket too. There's a lot of immigrants too. I think nearly 40% of that is people from other countries, but but it's quite insane. But we leave it there. But I don't think we should increase the jobs. But I do think we should increase the pension, of course, and the disabilities. And what about this? Just going back to this for a second, I don't think we should do this because it doesn't benefit really many Irish people. To be totally honest, it doesn't really benefit any Irish people. In many ways, that's the way I see it. Unless I see proof but it's benefiting Irish people, because the study, as I say, from 2019 doesn't show that many Irish people having, on average, it's about maybe 1 or 2. That's it. Not over 3, so they're suggesting over 3 here, which not many Irish women are having, and having babies, many babies like that nowadays. Years ago, as I say, in the 60s, there was an average of 6 or so in a family. But yeah, it's quite a difference now. But anyway, let me know what you think, subscribe more, and bye.